Hi, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Cybersecurity Talk Show, where we bring you conversations with some of the brightest minds shaping the future of cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and emerging technologies. I'm your host, Akanksha Reddy. Today, we have an exceptional guest who works at the intersection of offensive security and AI governance. As autonomous AI systems become capable of planning, making decisions, and taking actions, uh, with minimal human intervention, securing these systems has become one of the biggest challenges in cybersecurity. Our guest has dedicated his research in understanding these risks, attacking AI systems before adversaries do, and building security frameworks that help organizations deploy AI safely and responsibly. He's a core author at the OWASP AI Exchange, contributing to the attacks and mitigation framework for agentic AI. He also He's also an internationally recognized speaker who has shared his research at prestigious conferences, including DEF CON 33 and Black Hat Middle East and Africa. Beyond research, he's the founder of Artonexa, an AI security initiative focused on building next generation security solutions for autonomous AI systems. We are incredibly excited to have him with us today to share his journey, his research, and his vision for the future of AI security. So please join me and give me a warm welcome to Mr. Miracle Owolabi. Hi, Miracle. How are you doing?
Hi, Akanksha. Nice to be here. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm so delighted to be able to join you on the show. And of course, you've said a lot, and yeah, I'm delighted to share a bit about my journey and yes, just to be a part of the conversation when it comes to AI security.
Yeah, sure. It's an immense pleasure to have you on the show. Like, I've been researching about your work, about your expertise in the cybersecurity world, and I'm looking forward this conversation so that it will help many people who are looking to build a career in this field, and also for people who have questions regarding the topics we'll be discussing in this conversation.
Yes, yes,
Before
yes.
we like deep dive into a serious conversation mode, let's start with something fun. So, like,
Okay.
so what if if suddenly ChatGPT become your intern for a day, and what's the first task you would give it, and what task you would never trust it with?
Okay, so if it comes to ChatGPT, I think if I will not trust with any tasks, it have to be tasks that has to do with personal information. So let's say I want to undo something that has to do with my finances, something that has to do with my health. I would never trust even a third
Yeah,
party not to do an AI. But if it's something that probably has to do with maybe generating an idea or generating a sort of text that I know it has probably gathered enough been trained on data that in that line here. So maybe that's something I'll trust it with. But something that's so personal, something that is not generic at all, I won't trust it with, but something personal I will never trust it with.
something personal. Yeah, sure. I don't think that actually makes sense to share something personal with the AI chatbots, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So, firstly, I want to say that I really want to appreciate your name, Miracle, because it's the first time I've heard a name, and I genuinely want to like. I was in an awe with your name, so I just want to say that.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I thank you very much. I'll take that. Thank you very much. That's nice to hear.
Okay, so Miracle, you've been in this industry for I think more than a long time. I mean, it's been a quite time working in the cyber and AI security. So let's start from the beginning. Like, what was the first thing that sparked your interest in cybersecurity? Like, how did that journey also eventually led you into AI security?
So, my background into or my journey into cybersecurity actually started from my background. So, I have a background from electrical and electrical engineering, which is what I studied in school. And during in school, I actually had the opportunity to build a smart microgrid project some years ago. So, I've always been drawn to systems and trying to look at how they break and what actually makes them work. So, that's always been what I've been working on in my formative years. So, security came just from watching how much of the world runs on systems that nobody's really testing adversarially. So from there, I think looking at systems, looking at some failure nodes that I experienced when I was working with the system, I think that was what drew my interest in cybersecurity, and from there, offensive security, the excitement of being an offensive security engineer, being able to see when a system actually breaks, I think that actually was intriguing for me, and that became my
Yeah.
way in. So from there, I was able to now pivot to AI security, which was the natural next step for me because AI systems that we're looking at, or AI agents that we're looking at right now, they are also systems too. And the only difference from the traditional system that we have is that they can reason, and reasoning is a whole new thing in attack. And I think that was one of the most important things that actually excited me about AI security.
Oh, that's great. Eventually, that led you into AI security. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
yeah. I'm very new to this tech world since I work in growth and marketing. So uh, like when I saw your profile, when I reached out to you for this conversation, I've started somewhat little bit researching on what actually AI security means, what offensive is,
Oh,
and I've heard a mixed of opinions, especially on social platforms, saying that autonomous AI systems have become more of an operational factors rather than just tools. Like I've seen this responses much on LinkedIn, to be honest, where people actually state their opinions. So I felt like that's a very big powerful statement to give. So like, could you really explain what that means and how organizations are affected with this?
so, for a lot of organizations that are integrating autonomous AI systems, or even for individuals, so we have seen that autonomous agents they help us to manage workflows, and in the real sense, they're actually here to help. Which this is something we'll never take away from them. They're here to help. They've assisted in a lot of ways to make work better, but the I think the way organizations have been implementing it, I think we are only looking at the output of autonomous agents. And yeah, I can't blame an industry that is so result focused, that's so result oriented, because at the end of the day, you want to look at what happens at the end of every iteration, right? So for
Yeah.
autonomous agents, they seem to make every interaction seamless compared to bottlenecks that we experience with human interaction and human factors. And that is what a lot of persons or organizations are trying to capitalize on, right? So the only difference now is that as autonomous agents, or as much as we are giving these agents autonomy, we are also giving them authority beyond what they should ordinarily have. Take for example now, as an individual, I want an agent, or I know an agent that can easily run my daily tasks for me, or I would with just little prompts, and I wanted to do that, right, at little or no cost, and as an autonomous agent, if I've given it the prompt to do something, the agent wants to do it in the best way it knows how to do it. And beyond that, it wants to like improve on whatever result it's going to give me. Okay. So based on the authority that I've given it in the initialization of the conversation or the initialization of the work, it can go a little bit further beyond what I've actually scoped it for in the beginning. And that is the issue, or that is the security issue that we presently have with autonomous agents. Right, if they are result focused, there are a lot of individuals that are result oriented, especially organizations as well. But we are not paying attention to the security aspect of it, and that is where we are trying to drive the conversation to.
Yeah. Yeah, got it. That given me a little bit of clarity what that means actually means, that statement.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and this next question is something was there with me from a very long time. I've graduated in 2025 and I've been hearing this word right from that. It's agentic AI. Like we have heard terms like AI agents and agentic AI everywhere, to be honest, these days. Like since I'm new to this tech field, could you explain like what agentic AI actually means for someone who is not at all related to tech field?
Okay, so I think that it's a whole lot of generalization that a lot of individuals do right now. So when we talk about AIs, people just some sort of mix them up. So we have AI agents and we have agentic AIs, and there's a bit of difference in the two of them, right?
Yeah.
So for AI agents, AI agents are more of like your LLMs, your chatbot, your conversation or generative AIs, where you can easily get results from. And for agentic AIs are new different attacks of results, new different thing entirely, because what they can do, they can reason. So for agentic AIs, I can prompt them for responses. I can prompt them for to help me with the work, but they can go a step further. They can reason, they can improve on whatever prompts I've given them, and then they can generate documents, they can generate images. So what makes them now different from AI agents that we had initially is the fact that they can actually affect my workflow. For example, they can take actions for themselves, they can reason for themselves, and beyond just reasoning, they can take actions based on that reasoning. So the only difference now, I think the thing that security practitioners like myself have been trying to do, or like we've been trying to advocate for, is that as much as they are giving agentic AIs authority, there has been some security framework that we are trying to implement, and that's why, for example, if you are using um your agentic AIs, some of them are your from different providers. We have from Anthropic, we have from OpenAI. Whenever you're using them, you see instances whereby they are actually requesting for you to actually approve them to take some actions, right? And it's
Yeah.
because of the security that has been implemented to them. So the difference between them is if you are using your LLMs before, maybe your chat GPT chatbot that you had before, you can just ask it a question and then it gives you a response. But with agentic AIs now, you can use your Cloud Code in your local setup, and then it does a lot of things within your environment. So those are the two differences.
Oh, okay. So, okay, I think I may have to do some research about this. It's not just overview. I need to do some research about what actually genetic AI is. Thanks to you, I've got some clarity about what actually genetic AI is,
Yeah.
not in completely technical terms. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's a new field actually. It's a new field that is evolving, it's growing. So a lot of
Yeah.
individuals, a lot of persons are actually taking advantage of it, but the separation is not most people, especially those that are not technical. Even people that are technical still mix them up a bit because they
Oh,
feel it's all of it is just AI. But there's a
yeah.
difference, and the one that has been showing more security issues has been the agentic AI, just because of the fact that they have authority and they
Yeah.
can reason and act themselves.
So, like, when companies like deploy this AI agents, what are the biggest security mistakes that you see them making?
Okay, so for most companies that are deploying right now, and for researches that we've had in the in the past 1 year, I mean, agentic AI has grown in the past. I think since the beginning of this year, agentic AI has grown in ways that we've not seen before, in ways that we didn't expect. The capabilities have actually evolved beyond what was projected in the beginning of the year. So for a lot of companies that are adopting them, many of them still don't know how to handle the security aspect of it. And this is because we do not even know how to properly threat model the agentic AI system here. So we are trying to build frameworks for them, but their threat landscape is not fully formed yet. So for organizations, what organizations are missing out is not a part of it is the fact that the threat model landscape has not been fully developed. And apart from that, a lot of organizations are result oriented, like I said earlier. So when they are deploying agents, they do not focus on implementing security. So in traditional software, we have secure software development lifecycle. But for agentic AIs now, a lot of organizations that are deploying or integrating them, they do not implement or integrate security into their actions. So when you want to deploy AI agents, like I say, are results focused. So you give your agentic AI certain authority, and then when it starts, it has the authority. But let's assume by the time I already have my result and the agentic AI has given me the results, most organizations do not go back to now revoke the access that they've given the agentic AI. So, and the agentic AI today has not done any harm today, but with the authority that he has, in few months' time, it might actually now initiate something that causes harm. So a lot of organizations are actually not managing access that they are giving to agentic AI. It's not in terms of authority alone, but the level of authority they are giving them, and they are not going as for a little bit further to revoke this authority when they are done
Okay.
the tasks that they need the agentic AI to do for them. So, and I think that has been the major issue for many organizations. They are not really paying attention to the security level of these agents.
Knowledge purposes. Yeah, I agree with it. I know you've learned a lot of skills, a lot of technical concepts, and everything related to cyber. So, if there was any mindset that you wish developed much earlier in your career, what would you be? What would it be?
Okay. Okay. If there's a skill I would say I wish I had learned earlier, it would be more of writing. So as a researcher or as a technical person, I think my most of my work has to do with just engaging on the technical aspects, and I have always shied away from actually writing about my thoughts, about being part of
Okay.
conversations, especially in the public space. And I had focused more on the technical aspect for so long. I didn't really used to share a lot of my thoughts in the technical space. But last year, I took a decision to start writing, and
Okay.
um,
Nice.
and and with writing that actually helped me to actually make my thoughts clearer. And I've had the opportunity to actually add more conversation with individuals like myself who share similar thoughts. We can actually relate on the through my writing, we've been able to discuss on some critical issues, and we've been able to actually collaborate on works. And it's something that I feel has improved me as an individual, right? Because when I write, I do not just look at the technical aspect alone. I always look at how I can translate what technical finding into my into something for a non-technical audience to understand. So the writing has actually helped me to have a clearer thought, a clearer understanding of technical terms. So beyond just the technical aspect, I look at it from the angle of a business owner, or the angle of an organization now, because when I write, I do not just want to write only the technical aspect. I have to look for a way that it relates to
Yeah.
individuals as well, because the users at the end of the day they are the most important persons that you want to communicate to.
Yeah. For me, I think I've started expressing more. That I mean, before I used to self doubt myself before doing anything. So I've started
Yeah,
seeing things in a broader prospective way, and that actually brought a lot of changes in my life. To be honest, in my
yeah.
professional and personal career as well. So yeah, it's writing. Okay, got it. uh, this question may be kind of funny, but I wanted to know from you. What if you weren't in cybersecurity? Which career would you be doing right now? What if it wasn't cybersecurity?
Okay. So if I wasn't going to do cybersecurity, I mean, I would have always still been in a technical field. So maybe I would still have been maybe a structural electrical engineer. Because yeah, I
Okay.
had my field of study was in that, and in a more, but this will be more in a more traditional sense, since that's where I started from. So I'll most likely be as a structural electrical engineer, because yeah, I've always been fascinated with the idea of the technical aspect of work. So if not cybersecurity, I honestly just I see myself doing that. I think I only pivoted to cybersecurity because of the foundation I had in engineering, and that was what actually helped me to
Yeah.
migrate or to pivot to cybersecurity easily.
So we missed a chance of seeing Miracle as a structural engineer.
Yeah, yes, he definitely did.
All right, Miracle. I think we've had enough conversations about, like, enough and serious conversations about how cybersecurity works, what is AI security, and everything related to it. Let's move swiftly towards our rapid fire round, which we've prepared. Even though it's kind of knowledge, what filled conversations, but we go with it. First thing that comes into your
Okay.
mind, you need to answer that.
What
Okay,
is
let's start.
it? Okay,
Rapid
okay.
fire.
First,
Yeah, first thing
okay,
that comes into your mind, you need to answer it. No overthinking. Okay,
okay.
so let's start. I think the first question is pretty obvious: AI security or cloud security?
Oh, of course, the AI security is the
Yeah, I
frontier right
got
now.
that.
So.
Bug bounty or penetration testing?
Oh, penetration testing. I like structured engagement than hunting. I think penetration testing for me any day.
Okay. OWASP or Mitri attack?
Oh, Wasp. Oh,
I
Wasp is
got
part
that.
is my community, basically. It's my community. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. Open source AI or closed source AI?
Open source. I like the transparency that comes with open source. So for me, open source for me.
Okay. Offensive research or defensive engineering?
Offensive research. I like being on the offensive side of things.
Okay. Prompt injection.
I this is not to say I don't respect the defensive aspect of it, because at the end of the day, I still integrate a defensive aspect, but offensive.
It's your POV. I got that. Prompt injection or model poisoning?
Prompt injection. I would say prompt injection for me, because that's it's actually a basis for a whole lot of attacks happening in security right now. So prompt injection.
Okay. Uh, build AI or break AI?
Make AI, make AI. Make AI is
Okay.
the end goal. Make AI, of course, break AI is what we make AI eventually, but I say the end goal is to make AI.
Oh, creative answer. This is one of the out of box question. Read minds or predict future? I like predicting future because I'm somewhat good in reading minds. So I'll go with predicting
Okay.
future. I want to know your point of
I
view.
mean, it decides for color to be. I don't know. I would say, okay, give me a second. This is supposed to be a rapid fire, but I think I want to be able to predict, read mind. Read mind. I want to read the mind.
Don't you want to see yourself working? Like, don't you want to know where you'll be working the next 5 to 10 years? That's much better option, to be honest.
Yes, where is the excitement in that, man? I already know how it
Oh,
ends. So
got it.
I
I'll
want to
be
know how it
throwing
ends.
a few statements to you. You just need to say whether it's a myth or a fact and why. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, AI will eventually replace cybersecurity professionals.
No,
It's a
it
myth.
won't. No, it's not.
You,
It's not.
you,
It's a myth. It's a
it's a myth.
myth. Yes.
Okay. I think a lot of DMs gonna fill you with a lot of questions today. So be ready after we upload this conversation.
No, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
Okay. AI can secure itself.
No, AI cannot. AI
Yeah,
cannot secure itself.
I got that
AI
from
cannot.
our conversation. Yeah. Every company should have AI governance.
Yes, yes, that's a fact.
Okay.
Every company needs to.
Yeah. Prompt engineering has become a cybersecurity skill.
Yes, yes, yes. That's a fact, yes.
Okay. And bigger AI models are always more secure.
That's a myth. That's a myth that it's bigger does not mean it's more secure.
Okay. Thank you, Miracle, for the rapid fire session. It's been a fun one.
Yeah.
So
Thank you
before
very
we
much.
wrap, yeah, yeah.
I enjoyed this. I deeply enjoyed it anyway.
I think you enjoyed the last question more, predicting and reading the minds.
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
So before we wrap up this conversation, this is a question I ask every guest that comes up on our Cyberscape talk show or either the meetup. So, like,
Okay.
what's the one question you think every cybersecurity professional should ask themselves in this age of AI?
Okay, so in this age of AI, every cybersecurity practitioner needs to understand something, or the question they need to understand now is, as much as we are building for security, we can't do it 100%, right? Security is never 100%. We can push for 99%, but it's never 100%. So as we are building for security, we should always check out for where it breaks. How and where it breaks. So when you are building security, you want to see, does the security break? And then you should always build for defense in depth.
Wow, that's a very good answer, Miracle. Uh, we are done. Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. We are done with
It's really,
episode 3 of Cyber Slate Talk Show. I hope you had
it's
a great
really
fun.
exciting. Yes, I did. It's really exciting. I love being part of these conversations. But for this show, I think I've loved the angle that the questions have gone. They've touched on all the angles I would want every AI conversation to go to in terms of security, the things I
Yeah.
want everyone to know about security. So I really deeply enjoyed this. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, to be honest, because I think a lot of questions have been answered in my mind tonight, because I've come here uh, because I've done some research, as I said before. I've come here to ask you a lot of questions, and I'm lucky that I've got nice answers from the expert himself. So thank you so much for being a part of Cyberslay.
Thank you. Thank you. I look forward to joining some other time. All
Yeah,
right.
sure. You're very welcome to India. You can be here. You can be in our Cyberslay meetup as well. That's
All
the thing
right.
we do
Thank you very
every
much.
month to grow our community.
Yeah, sure. I will
Yeah.
look forward to be
So
it's more exciting.
sure. We truly appreciate you sharing your knowledge and expertise with our community. Thank you, Miracle. And
Thank you very much.
yeah, and for our audience who have watched today, this is what Cyberslay is about, a real space for real conversations. If you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to like, share, and follow Cyberslay for more conversations with industry experts shaping the future of cybersecurity and AI. Until then, see you. Thank you, Miracle.
Yeah, thank you.